Hello. Welcome to our YouTube channel where we are providing mathematics from grade 8 up to 12 in tandem with the Zambian syllabus. And in this particular lesson, I'm looking at yet another topic which is found in grade 12, and this topic is called geometrical transformations. Okay, so like we indicated in the previous videos that there are 6 transformations that we are going to consider, and one of them is rotation. So under rotation, I'm going to make 2 lessons, and this one is the first one. Okay, so what is a rotation? A rotation is a transformation in which all points in the object move in a circular direction. And we are saying for any rotation to take place, there must exist a center of rotation. So a center of rotation. For any rotation to take place, there should be a center of rotation. Take note of that. And a mention should be made of the direction of the rotation, of course. That is whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, and the angle through which the rotation must take place. Okay, so there are 3 things that we are talking about here: the center of rotation, the direction of rotation, as well as the angle through which the rotation has taken place. Okay, so in this first lesson, I'm going to take you through on how you can find the image of the object under rotation. Okay, when you have been given the object and a point, how do you find the image? Okay, you have been given the object, the center of rotation, as well as the angle, but then you want to find the image from the object. Are we together? That is what I want to help you see how you can find the image of a rotation. When you have the object, the center of rotation, and also you've been given the angle through which the rotation will take place. Okay? Okay, so this is what we are going to look at. So now we have an example here. Let triangle ABC be an object, like the original, and let point X be the center of rotation. Okay? Are we together? Suppose you are asked to find the image of triangle ABC when it is rotated through what? 90 degrees at X in the clockwise direction. Okay? So here we have been given that this object, let me give you what we're talking about. Okay, so this is what we are looking at. Okay, this is triangle ABC. Okay, this is triangle ABC. This is triangle ABC. Okay, so this is the triangle that we need to, this is an object, and then the center is this one here, which is -1, 2. That is the center, -1, 2. This is the center of rotation, and the angle of rotation is 90 degrees in an anti-clockwise direction. Okay, in an anti-clockwise direction, I think the question here, this should be anti-clockwise. Okay, in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, let's take note of that. Okay, so what are we saying to find the image? Remember that we have been given the point of rotation, the center of rotation, the object, and the angle. Okay, the angle through which this must rotate. Okay, so we are saying now to find the image of A, like this point A, just to find the image of this point A. What are we supposed to do? Join point A to the center X. Join point A to the center X. Okay? Join point A to the center X with a straight line. Okay? Join with a straight line. So, I'm going to use this is a straight line. Okay? Okay? So we join this point. Okay? I hope you have seen that straight line there. Then we read the next point, step 2. With the protractor at point X, measure the angle such that A, which is a point on the object, through the center of rotation and to a point on the image must give us what? 90 degrees. So what are we saying? We need to measure this angle. This is our protractor here. So we measure this angle using this straight line. Okay? A is our center. Like this. Okay? Then from this point now, we measure 90 degrees. So from here we have 0 up to 90. 90 is somewhere here. Okay? Have you seen my 90? You put a point here where your 90 is. Then you come back to step 3. So make sure that the length of AX is equal to A1X, meaning the length from this point A to X, it should be the same as the length from this point up to where we are going to have A1 here. Okay? So, we need to measure the length of this line first. Okay, we need to measure. I'm going to start from 1. I'm going to measure this length. So, okay, from A, so this is 4.5. This is 4.5 here. Okay, this is 4.5. So I also have to come and measure this point. From here, I need to go up to 4.5. 4.5. Okay? So from what I'm seeing, it is going to come here. That is where this is going to come. Here. That is where it's going to come. Are we together? This is where my A is going to be. A1. It's going to have this point. Okay? I hope you have followed. Then, what are we taught? Repeat the process in order to find the image of B1 and D of C1. Repeat the process. Okay? So if we are dealing with B1 now, okay, we're dealing with B1 now, and just to make sure that my diagram is not congested, I think I've used this line and I can get rid of it. Okay, I've used this line and I've demonstrated the process. So I'll go to the second one. I'll come to B. Okay, I'm going to come to B and repeat the process. So I'm going to join B. Center here. Then the next thing now is to measure this in an anti-clockwise direction. Okay, an anti-clockwise direction. So 90, where do we have our 90? Our 90 is here. Okay, then what is the next thing? We need to measure the distance from B. Need to measure the distance from B. So it appears we have 4.1 there. So again, we come this way and measure 4.1. Measure 4.1. Okay. Measure 4.1 somewhere there. So my point is going to be here. That is where my point is going to be. Okay. This is where my B1 is going to be. Then I should repeat the process to get C. I can get rid of this part. Okay. Get C. So I'm supposed now to join also for C. Okay. I'm also supposed to join for C. So we join now from C to X. Okay. And from there, we use this line to measure 90 degrees. Okay. Remember, it is in an anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction, you know that it's from this point we are going this way. Clockwise, it's the other way around. We are anti-clockwise, we are going to the left, whereas clockwise, we are going to the right. Okay. So my 90 somewhere here. Then from there, what is the next thing? We need to measure the distance now. The distance from X up to C. This is giving me 6.7. It's giving me 6.7. So I'll also come in this direction and try to find 6.7. Passing through this point. Okay. Also come here and try to find 6.7. All right. So 6.7 is going to be here. That's where our 6.7 is going to be. Okay. So this is where our C1 is going to be at. So we just join now. We join. Okay. So this is what we are going to have. This is how you find the image when you have been given the object, the center of rotation, and the angle through which it is rotating. We don't need to have these lines. Okay, just helping us to get the. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. So you can see now that we have the coordinates of B1. The coordinates of B1 is what? -5, 4. And the coordinates of B2, we have -2, 6. And the coordinates of C1, I mean B1, it's -2, 6. C1, it is -4, 8. This is the process. So make sure you write the notes, and then this diagram, you stick it into your book. And now I'm taking you to the second question, where you will be required also to do an exercise, where you'll be also required to do an exercise. So here is the exercise or the questions that we are going to do together. Using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on each axis, draw the x-axis and y-axis for the y-axis. The x-axis must run from -8 up to 9, whereas the y-axis must run from -6 up to 13. Then draw the triangle T with the vertices A. Okay, A is so this is what we are supposed to do. I have done what they want us to do. This is 1 centimeter to 1 unit. For the x-axis, -6 up to 13. For the y-axis, -8 up to 9. So we want to draw this triangle. Where is it? For A, it's -1,5. I mean, it's 1,5. 1,5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, this point here, this is 1,5. Then the second one, it is 3,6. 3,6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3,6. It's this point here. Then the last one, it's what? 4,3. 4,3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we join these points. This. We are saying this is our A, our B, and our C. Okay? Are we together? Then triangle T, this is the same as what we did. Okay? So you can do the first question. I want to come to the second one. B. Triangle T is mapped onto triangle T2 by a clockwise rotation through 90 degrees at a point what? 7,6. 7,6. That is the center of rotation. That is the center of rotation. Are we together? That is the center of rotation. So the center of rotation is 7,6. 7,6. Where is it? 7,6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7,6. This is the center of rotation. Okay? This is our center of rotation here. So we are talking about clockwise direction. So we are going to repeat the process, okay? Okay, so our center of rotation, as you know, it's 7,6, which is this point here. So we are going through the process that we already did, okay? We're going through the process that we already did. So what are we supposed to do? For A, we join. I think by now we are familiar with what we are supposed to do. Join a straight line center of rotation up to A. Okay, we need that line. It's a bit faint, but we're just using it as a guide. So there's a straight line that I've drawn here from this center of rotation up to, then in a clockwise direction. So we are moving to the right. So I'm going to measure now here. Okay. So we are going at 90, and my 90 degrees is here. This is where my 90 degrees is. Now take note, what is the next thing? We need to measure the distance. The distance from A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, the distance from this point up to the center, this is 6 centimeters. This is 6 centimeters. So also from this point through the angle there, we need what? 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. So it will bring us at this point. This is where we're going to have our A. Okay? Our A is going to come at this point. Our A is going to be, so this is where our A. Now, look at what we are dealing with. We are dealing with T2. Okay? So this is going to be A2. This is going to be A2. So I have to move to the second one, which is what? B. So B, okay, I need to join B with the center. Okay? So when we draw a straight line from B here and join, this is going to give us, you draw a straight line here and join it. Then we measure 90 degrees. You measure 90 degrees here. So measure 90 degrees here. 90 degrees is on this line. 90 degrees is on this line here. But we need 4 centimeters. Okay? It has to be 4 centimeters. 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 So definitely it will be this point here. This is where our B is going to be at. Okay? This is where our B is going to be at. Okay? This is where our B is going to be at. Here. So my B2 is going to be at this point. Then C. Remember? So C, we do the same thing. We join this point with C. We join. Okay, let this be clearer. Okay, so this point, now we measure 90 degrees in a clockwise direction. We measure 90 degrees in a clockwise direction. Okay? We measure 90 degrees in a clockwise direction. Are we here? Okay. So our 90 is here. Our 90 is there. Then the next thing now is the distance. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's measure what is the distance. So we are talking about something like 4.2. Something like 4.2. Okay? Something like 4.2. So we need to come into this direction and also measure 4.2. Measure 4.2. It should be passing through 4.2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here. Okay. So this is where we are going to have our C2 from. Then we can join. We can join these points. Okay. So this is what the coordinates. Of course, the question is talking about the coordinates. The question is talking about what? Find the coordinates of A2, B2, C2, and draw triangle T2. So what we have done, we have already drawn triangle T2. This is our triangle T2. Then for the coordinates, okay, for the coordinates here, our A2, as you can see, it is what? Our A2, it is 6, 12. 6, 12. Our B2, it is 7, 10. 7, 10. Then our C2, what are we getting? Our C2, it is 4, 9. 4, 9. These are the coordinates, and we have done that. Okay? So basically, this is what we are supposed to do. These lines, we're just using them to guide ourselves, but they are not supposed to be there. So, okay? I hope I've led the process, and I've demonstrated on this one also the same thing that we did on the first one. So you know that if it is clockwise direction, you'll be measuring from 0 going to the right direction. If it is anti-clockwise, it will be from 0 going to the left hand side. Okay? So that is basically what you're supposed to do. And all I want you to do is to redo this thing on your paper. If you want, you can leave this one out that I've demonstrated. Then now you do the whole question. You repeat the process. The question is here. You do the question. I have done B, so you need to do A, C, D, E, yes, up to E. In my next lesson, I'll be looking at how to find the center, the angle, and the direction of the rotation. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, to share, to like our video, and comment. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. That is your exercise.